Hello, my name is Raven McKnight, and I will be interviewing today on my podcast.
Tremaine Chappelle.
Okay, Tremaine. So today you are one of my guests on my YouTube channel called The Theory of Time Travel, and I will be explaining to you my theory of time travel, and then I want you to give me your theory, and then we're going to compare and contrast our theories. Okay?
All right.
All right. So my theory of time travel, I'm just gonna sum it up for you because it is a pretty long theory. Basically, my theory of time travel is that it is not via a machine. Time travel is not processed through a via machine, but actually through the human mind. And how this works is that the human mind, we have subconscious, okay? And in our subconscious, if we are able to access our subconscious while being conscious, then we will be able to time travel with the help of astral projection, which will become easier upon being able to access our subconscious while being unconscious. Well, now, while being conscious. Are you following along what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, so basically, once we are able to access our subconscious while being conscious, it makes it easy for us to astral project. Do you know what astral projection is?
No.
Okay, so astral projection is the process of which someone has like you ever heard of an out-of-body experience?
Yes.
Okay, so astral projection is basically the out-of-body experience. And let's say you're right here, and then your spirit or like your essence or your consciousness comes out of your body, and you can see yourself sitting here, but it's like you spiritually. Are you following?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, once we are able to access our subconscious while being conscious, it makes it easier for us to astral project. And once we astral project, then we are able to. This is where the time travel actually kicks in. The time travel is along with our out of body experience, the astral projection. Our consciousness leaves our body and then is able to go through the timeline. Now, how this works is because of you ever heard the theory of everything, aka the universal mind theory?
No.
Okay, so the universal mind theory, aka the theory of everything, is basically the idea that everything in this world, no matter what it is, like whether it's like a person, an animal, or even like a water fountain or something like that, it all is connected to the universe, basically. All living things are connected to the universe. And the idea is that with all these things connected to the universe, even if we do not know we are connected to the universe, we are like figments of it. And what's also connected to the universe is the timeline, which is, technically the universe, past, present, and future. You see what I'm saying? So with the with everything, like with the timeline being connected to the universe as well as us being connected to the universe, we can, once we tap into our subconscious, which would be what is connected to the universe, because we are able to like remember things and like basically be in touch with everything. Once we're able to open up our subconscious while being conscious and tap into the universe, that part of ourselves that's connected to the universe, we will be able to take our essence, aka our consciousness, aka our spirits, and like go through the timeline, past, present, or future. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically with that, once we are able to like time travel with that, that's how time travel actually works. In my theory, that's how time travel works. So it's not really via a machine, but it's more so through the human consciousness after like lots of prep and like lots of work to get there. So technically anybody can do it, but not anybody can do it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So now that you heard my theory of time travel, do you have any theories of your own about time travel?
I mean, I kind of agree with your theory about it not being a machine, but thus it could be a like a human mind thing. But I believe that time travel does come through the mind only because there's different parts of your brain that needs to be activated, and I believe that one of the activations could be going back in time and learning like new things or past things that, like, if you wasn't in that era, that you could unlock that in one of your brain cells. And yeah, I mean, that's my theory on that. That in the human mind, only because there's parts of our brain that we haven't truly activated. No, you're fine.
Okay. Well, since our theories are kind of similar, like if we compare and contrast them, comparing my theory to your theory, I do also believe there are parts of the mind that have to be activated. Like I said, like the subconscious, like that's located in, I believe, the cerebral, or it was lower than that in the back of the brain, and like that's technically where the subconscious would be located. Because have you ever heard of like someone saying like, I don't remember doing this, but how somehow like subconsciously I knew what was going on?
Yeah, like kind of like deja vu.
Yeah, kind of like that. So it's kind of like once you have access to your subconscious, which is like something like where you store all your memories, but even that just stuff that you don't remember goes in there, then like once you're able to access that, it like expands your brain. It makes you more open to things because in that way technically you're always conscious and you're conscious of everything. So like in my theory, it's like you have to open that up because like in the theory there are steps to be able to get to this point, and that's a part of the memory test.
Right.
So like that being a part of the memory test, like that's a huge part about it, because if you can't get that open, then you can't really get to the next part or the part after that. So what do you what's something that you would compare and contrast from my theory to yours?
Nothing really. I mean, I think that both of our views on time travel are pretty much the same. It's just that I really didn't touch on the consciousness part. But with my saying of activating that brain cell in the back of your cerebral, right? I mean that kind of goes along with your consciousness part. So I really don't see no contrast.
Okay. See. Well, thank you, Tremaine, for being a guest star on this week's episode of the podcast. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that we were able to figure out similarities in our theories on time travel.
Yes.
Okay, so until next episode, thank you for tuning in, and that'll be it for this time.
All right, thank you.